Welcome, guys. Welcome. This is your boy Jai Raja, the Avatar, checking in, tuning in, tapping in for another episode of Question Everything with Jai Raj. Guys, this now is probably my third or fourth time live streaming on YouTube. I am going to be live streaming on YouTube because I'm finding that you have a lot more faces who have not already been receiving the content. They have not been on my social media. They don't see my stories. I have so much fun getting to make those little videos for you guys. And anyone who follows me on social media, follows my journey, I do a combination of things. I do yoga, I do food, I do some other kind of fun, healthcare type things, self-care type things, with journaling and with self-care and with cold plunges and just all sorts of fun stuff. So I love having this podcast because it gives me a platform to reach the people who need it. And, I need it first and foremost. Obviously, I think like we've probably heard many times before, when you teach something, you get even more firm in asserting your own knowledge, especially when we bring in topics or bring in guests. It is a blast. But the first thing I want to do, like always, is I want to get us tapped in together. Let's get some intentional breath going. I want us to, breathe however you want to breathe, right? I mean, who am I to tell you? I don't want to sit here and sound like or try to sound like or come off like I think I know any better than you. No, I've just been able to experience a lot of release, and that's on a mind, body, spirit level. And I see a lot of people that have not, been brought into the knowledge yet. So to me, even if just one person out there is listening and gets to feel a little better, then that's cool. That's cool impact for me. So let's go ahead and bring it down. Shout outs to DJ Balo and everyone doing it big with the WUBI family. Thank you so much. Feel yourself float. Just hold your breath. Feel yourself float down. Nice deep inhale. Take it in through the heart, chest, and lungs. Feel the slow seeping out. Release all the pressure sitting behind the eyes. Lift up out of the nasal cavity. Envision any pressure that we might have in our crown area here. Actually see it release. Leave the mouth open a little bit, widen the nostrils, and then feel yourself take in the life force from center. Sitting with yourself can be so peaceful once you feel your center. But it can, at first, for many people, be very challenging. Just keep breathing. Intentionally slow down your breath. And then feel your belly expand, inflating like a balloon. Just keep expanding. You'll feel the wave move up through the crown, through the forehead like lightning. Pure energy. Thank you for tapping in with me. Some root chakra. That's too funny. There she comes. Sometimes it takes a little time. Gotta warm it up. There's something. That is so funny. And this is a live stream because this is all on there. Is there something on there? That's too funny. There we go. That's the smooth track I was used to. Hmm. Wonder if I must recalibrate the root chakra Tibetan singing bowl. Let's give it one more shot, guys. All right, well, maybe let's switch hands. Let's see if... Oh. Well, there we go. Wanted the right hand today, I suppose. There you are. Beautiful. Ah, heavens me. What a beautiful, beautiful song. Thank you, universe, for blessing us. Thank you so much, Mother Earth. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you to all the ancients. Wow. Woo! Hit. Damn, that was something fierce. Almost feel like I kind of just want to go straight into the sacral chakra now. Like, wow. The sacral chakra for dispelling fears. It's where fear sits. And for releasing and enjoying life. Letting out our inner child. Isn't that what brings us the most joy? When we do the things that we used to love as children. It's funny how that works, isn't it? I'm not quite sure on the how, but it seems as though the inner child has simply been sitting dormant in most of us. Five has been making itself very very visible to me the last couple of weeks. And so I've been tuning into five. You might have heard me just do, five reverberations there on the bells at the end. So now that we have elevated, now that we have recalibrated the first two chakras, right? It's a very popular belief, I believe, as well. When I began chakra work, was looking at like, what order should we clear the chakras in? And you'll find many resources that say, first clear the root chakra, because, that's where everything begins. And it's where we store all of our childhood trauma, as well as, it's the duality, right? Everything's the duality. So childhood trauma, childhood joy, lessons from our ancestors, anything from childhood upbringing, this is all root chakra. Then we next have the sacral chakra, which is where we typically hold fear and where we are perhaps holding on to that pressure, if you want to call it that, where the enjoyment of life comes from. So, in order to be able to enjoy the simple pleasures in life again, it seems to me like letting the inner child out has been a very effective way of doing so. Going back to my own childhood, some of the things I used to do that bring me much joy today as well. is karate, for example, martial arts. When I was 6 or 7, my parents put me in Chinese Kempo, and so I began to study martial arts, the discipline, the self defense, the camaraderie, the teamwork, the always seeing the end, and but living in the moment, being our most effective version of self in every moment, being fully present, because self-defense and those types of situations, you definitely got to be fully present. You don't want to get a high kick in the face, you know what I'm saying? So that was one thing, brings me massive joy. Everything is full circle, right? So the cycle of life, maybe you have also found that we start as a little in, we have to learn everything. We have to learn everything for the first time: how to talk, how to walk, how to interact with others. A lot of these behaviors come naturally, right? We kind of have a natural sense about how to be human because we are human. And we definitely understand love. We move closest to our parents, and they're being love in us, for us, by us, all that. So, um, and then as we grow older, I think that the transition of, going from being a kid into an adolescent or a teenager, that has its own challenges and fun journey with that, um, and the raging hormones and all of that. And then flash forward, we kind of have like a pretty smooth, I think, transition from teenage years and college, and figuring out what we want to do with these moments that we have, and maybe choose a career, or figure out a life vocation or whatever it might be to do to acquire materials in this realm. And then flash forward, from there, I think from experience that the toughest transition, in my opinion, now, of course, as people get older, uh, and perhaps need assistance or have to relearn how to walk or relearn how to eat, even, a lot of medical things that can happen. But before all of that, it seems as though the most transitions that I've had the pleasure of being able to assist with, where I'm seeing the most change, the most adaptation, and the most sinking into the role, sinking into that season or chapter of this life. The one that seems to bring the most challenge, but also the most fruit and the most joy, seems to be when we go from just having a material, um, an activity we do to acquire materials, to maturing and realizing that yes, we do need to provide and accumulate materials in this life, but we also need to live much deeper than this if we want to look back on this life with, uh, a happy heart. Um, do that for me. Let's make this a quick exercise, yeah? So I want you to first off elevate with me here. We're going to get in touch with some elevated versions of ourselves here. So I want you to breathe from the gut, inflate everything. And just let the excess air seep out and deflate with flow and ease, no pressure. Inflate. Relax the eyelids. Inflate. Feel your heart, chest, and lungs fill up. See and feel your crown fill up with life force. And then just float. Relax all the muscles in your face. Inflate. So, I want you to keep your eyes closed. See yourself now as you are. See your face. Wherever you are right now listening to this, zoom out. See the room you're in. See the color of the carpet, the paint. Walk into the room and see yourself. Feel how much heart you have. Feel how pure your energy. Now see your face. See yourself smiling. Now take a moment and think about what value you are providing in this world for the people closest to you, for the people perhaps that you work with, friends, family, the activities that you're a part of, time you spend giving to others, whatever resources you give to others. Now, keep all of that playing. See yourself surrounded with all of these amazing activities and vibrations and all the love and value that we are having on those around us. And zoom out. Keep all that playing. Zoom out, leave the room, come back to whatever hallway or however you envision when we pull a memory or create a memory or manifest something new. Wherever your home base is, I don't know if maybe you think of it as a hallway and each door is to a different memory, or perhaps you're in the ether. Perhaps you see your light and every piece of your aura and everything about yourself and your casting. I don't know, whatever you see. Now flash forward from today. Flash forward 5 years. So you'll be how old? I'll be 40. And envision, how do we look? Pick out a physical feature that stands out. Only so to make it easier to envision our face, right? Helps with manifesting. What will we be doing? You don't have to know. But if we don't know, then perhaps let's think about what we would want to be doing 5 years from now. Assuming, of course, our journeys are meant to go another five. Now see yourself 5 years from now, everything you be doing, the value we'll be providing those around us, the love we are, how we manifest that 5 years from now, how empowered we feel. And come into this version of ourselves and now go back to the room, open the door, and watch today's version. Keep inflating and deflating. So I share this exercise with you because, well, for one, this is how I believe I've been able to manifest quite a bit, um, is by looking at current activities from future self. And now we can speak with future self, right? So I believe that our whole being, our whole existence, all of the consciousness that we have, that we are, the stillness, the observer, we have full access to that through breath, through center. So, what would future self tell current self? How happy would future self be with what current self is doing? What advice would we give current self? You know, what commentary, what compliments? First off, how about if we, as future self, give current self some love? Thank you, current self, present self, for everything you're doing, all the value you're providing, all the love you're being to those around you, to those around us. You know, you may not know this, but pretty much everything that happens during the day is setting up something that's coming down the road. Like, remember when this happened and you didn't really know why. Well, this is why. But you're doing an amazing job, and I love you very much. And just keep going. Keep finding that daily routine. Keep, you know, fine tuning it so that it can feel better and better and better and better and more empowered day after day. Keep meditating and breathing deep from gut and inflating. Because by feeling that peace of mind and feeling cool, calm, and collected most of the day, almost all the moments, you're right there, Jay. In those moments, the clarity and the ease with which you know the right move is to walk in the park, right? So when we get caught up, we let uncertainty or uncertainty of how a situation's going to play out. Just keep having the faith, man. We already know everything's going to be good. It always has been and it always will be. That doesn't look like a certain way. Something might look like it's going to bring a crazy, change or throw a curveball in the mix and whatnot. But, hey, all of those unexpected deals, they're all just broadening your base. They're all just getting us readier to be the person we need to be, to do what we need to do, to go where we want to go, to fulfill our duty, to bring more love, to be more love. Guys, I think this actually feels like a really good place to call it for today. We've gone into future self, we've looked at present self, and now we have much to journal about. We have much to ponder about, right? If you choose to, right? Because we question everything. So that doesn't mean that this is necessarily an activity that is going to bring you anything that you want. But if you see the value in it, then I encourage you to meditate, right? So lift up, practice the breathing, get nice, deep, centered, quiet. Feel yourself emanating. Fill it all up with beautiful life force, heart, chest, lungs, crown. Relax everything. Release from the body. Go into our vault, however we see the memory game or the idea game or manifesting. Get future self. See present self. Analyze if what we're doing is getting us where we want to be. Are there any opportunities for growth as a person in what we're taking on? Are there perhaps activities that we should take away because maybe they're not serving purpose? Or, maybe we have a certain, uh, rhythm or rhyme or reason. Maybe we know that A, B, and C are for purpose, and now we've done those three throughout the week, so we've earned D. Maybe that's just for fun. Because I'll tell you what, enjoying this life and getting rest might be even more important than the actual intense moments when we have to pull ourselves out or, bring the lesson, stop ourselves, back up, breathe, find the clarity. That's the work. But it's the work that brings us, more fulfillment, makes our lives easier. Because once we lock into purpose, almost everything just kind of flows in, right? Attracts. So whatever we want to see, we have to be. First, we must be it, then we can see it. I highly encourage you, if this resonated, if this resonates for you, spend some time journaling. What would future self tell present self? What would you celebrate? What would future self be celebrating about what present self is doing? Or how we're being, the person we're being, the love and light we're shining. Take an inventory. Celebrate the good. Find the opportunities for growth. And let's just keep locking deeper and deeper into purpose, feeling more fulfilled, feeling like we're adding more value day after day after day, so we can feel amazing about what we have done once our light must move on from this existence. It's been a beautiful, deep pleasure and duty to bring you this little bit of a random episode of Question Everything with Jay Raj on WUBI.live. Make sure to tune in to the rest of our amazing lineup for the day. WUBI.live for the full lineup. Thank you again, brother DJ Balo, Moni, and the whole team. Much love, everyone.